Let's go back, let's go away from the property hierarchy now and see if we can get some nice hand movements on there, and also over which period of time that should happen. I can literally abstract it in a way that I have raising a hand and just snapping and putting it back down. I could just make one Aniblock per hand, and then I can make that faster or slower and just dot it around when I do the final animation. So that I might do that. Mr. Brian, so good to see you. I've just done something extremely exciting. I've set up a controller for values with my own property and all that. It's very, very exciting. Lovely to see you, buddy. How was work today? So I'm thinking, what's a good duration for making that happen? Like, you know, if we do something like that, is that like right hand snap, snap, put down? That is maybe 2 seconds. You maybe just raise up, snap twice, snap once again, and put it down. That might be something. And then we do the same with that with the other arm, and then we can just go and stagger them next to one another. So lift, snap, snap, wait a second, snap, and put it down. Is that 2 seconds? That sounds more like 3 seconds to me if I'm thinking about the beats. Like, you know, clunk, snap, 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 thronk. Yeah. So lift, snap, 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 and put it down. That's kind of 3 seconds. I'm going to leave it with 3 seconds then. 91 frames. That's good. Let's do the left claw first. And this is now all just with the regular timeline first. I'll go, give us 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 frames to raise your arm. And that's the whole arm and nothing but the arm. So lift that up to 20, 25. Then the second arm, I don't have the rotation and translation values enabled here, so I'll go do that so that we can see where my keyframes appear here. This also gets, yeah, maybe minus 15. That's good. I like that. That's that. And I would also like for him to spin it around here, you know, to or spinning not necessary. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, minus 15 here as well. Let's do that, minus 15. And then, of course, so lift the arm up, leave it there, and start snapping away. So leave it there maybe for 10 frames, and then start snapping, perhaps. Snapping is a bit like eye blinking, but in the reverse. So he would probably open the claw slower than he would close it. So it's like on a blink, we would go and close our eyes slower than we'd open them. Oh no, actually the other way around. We close them slow, close them fast, open them slow. And I would imagine in this case, he would open them first slow and then snap fast and then open slow again. I'm thinking just out loud. So I'm thinking maybe open it over a course of maybe 6 frames, perhaps, or longer even, maybe make it 10 frames. 10 frames might be a bit, yeah, might be. Whether he's beautiful, yeah, I can imagine. Yes, absolutely. Brian, super exciting news. I have this, I don't know if you've heard of that. There is something called the Atlantic Coastal Path. Have you heard of that? It's a footpath essentially, or like a bicycle path, pedestrianized path that goes all the way from down here in Florida to all the way up to Maine, which is awesome. So I'm thinking one day I'll come by with a bicycle and visit you, because it should kind of go close to where you are. If you know that one, they're trying to connect it up so that the whole East Coast region is connected up, so mad people can go and walk that for, you know, several months from all the way down here to all the way up there. I might do a shorter journey on my bike once. So they've just opened this. They had several stages here that they were thinking of opening, so it's very good. See, it goes right next to your work. Absolutely cool. I'll just pick you up for lunch one day. It'd be good. Shoot the breeze for half an hour. That's good. After a 4-week trek on my bike. Hey Brian, are you around? Beautiful weather here also. Nice, Steve. Good to hear. Lift claw. And then maybe at frame 20 we're going to start opening the claw. How's that? Let's go and put one keyframe here. From here to... I'll try it over 10 frames. We can always adjust it. Over 10 frames, and this is the left claw. Open that. Oh, I see, that opens it even more. I see, I see. Is that good? I can't tell. Might not be good. Let's see what it looks like. We may have to go start again. So, lift arm. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that movement there already. And 10 frames, I can already see that's probably too much. So let's go give it 5 frames, or just do it all in one fair swoop. Just move it up and open your claw already. Then it's kind of in that movement in there. That's good. Leave it open and then add frame 30. Let me go and set another keyframe and then have you close that over a course of maybe 3 frames. See what that looks like. Leave it closed up until here, and then we go and open you again. So another keyframe here so that this remains closed from here to there. Open you over 5. Close you again over 3. Leave it closed, and then maybe just go have another snap maybe over here. So let's go and set another keyframe here so it remains all closed. Snap, snap. Open again over 5 frames. And then 3 frames later, 1, 2, 3, you're gonna be closed again. And now I'll go and put your arm back down. So this and that was also 0, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Now what does that look like? Snap, snap, snap. Wait, this is not bad actually. He just snaps away. That's nice. I'm good with it. I'm okay with it. I think the only thing I'd like to animate is while he has his arm now in the air, I'd like for the arm to just wave around. So I'll just add a couple of keyframes that while he's snapping, he's just going to move the arm slightly from left to right. I think just at the base. A lot of planning. Mr. Rod! The golden rod is back. Very good. Yes, absolutely. We still have that Rod's hair locker in your honor, Rod, in Subnautica. I will totally try. I'll see what I can do. I'll attach a hair prop or something. So lift at maybe at frame 30. I'll just from frame 30 to frame 60. I'll just have him from here, just make it to here, make it over to here. So yeah, let's do that. So I'll put one keyframe here on frame 30, And then maybe just here at frame 45, I'll go and put another keyframe here so that the arm just moves slightly at that position. So then when it goes back, so this is at frame 45, then at frame 60, I'll go and have another keyframe at which it is already back in this position. So here at frame 45, I'll go and see if I can just wiggle this. Is it side motion? Yeah, I'll see what that does. Just minus 20, is that good? Whoops, oh my goodness, that was minus 100, wasn't it? Minus 20 might actually be too much, so frame 45, let's remember that. See what damage that did. No, it's just snapping into any which way. I think the timing is great, that he just basically moves it and then he snaps it. Righty, I'm thinking, why not indeed? Left claw snap. We've done it, I think. If only we can recreate the same logic in the other arm. Okay, let me go and save this. Always good to save things. I'll save this as a whole scene, and it'll be left claw snap. And then we go and turn this into an Aniblock. Let's do that. So we've used rotation and translation. We've also used the morph. So this is now important. If we go and create that Aniblock, I need to go and select all these things. So scale we didn't do, but rotation, translation probably didn't, but I'll leave it on anyway, and the morph values. Those are the things that I've made now. There we go. And play, use snap. Timeline has still got keyframes, so that is worrying. What keyframes do we still have? So ideally when you press play, the keyframes should all be gone, but it appears that they are not. So these are the properties under body posing. Or maybe they are gone. It's tough to see without without saving it. So I'm hoping this is now governed by the Aniblock. We'll see if it does that. Rename. What do we call this? Left claw snap. Left claw snap. Rename and save as new. Left claw snap, perfect. Delete. Refresh. Left claw snap. Does it work? Yes, there we go. It works. Perfect. So it has done it. It's just spurious keyframes. Great. Now, will I be able to remember what I did for the left arm so I can recreate it on the right arm? I wonder. I might go and save it immediately as something called right claw snap. Let's try that. So once again, back on the regular timeline, it looks like I still have my guide keyframes left here. I don't know which ones they are or why they're even here. I'm just kind of glad I can just about remember the positions of the keyframes. Of what these are, I don't really know, but thankfully it looks like we don't necessarily need them because nothing's playing back here. Okay, fine. So first keyframe is at 0. Second keyframe is at 10. So we're going to animate the right claw now. And this goes up, I believe. Do we bend up? Yep. This way and then that way too. That's the... They don't have to be absolutely symmetrical. That does that. And this is the twist. Yeah, maybe I'll have him twist this a little bit. That might be good, to -50. Open, and then also just open the right claw here. Yeah, that might be nice. So opens right claw, leaves it open until frame 20, then goes and snaps it close until here. Open, snap, close. Leave it closed until, say, frame 40. Open it again at frame 45. Oops. Wrong claw, sorry buddy. Snap, snap. Close it over 3 frames. And then we'll do the same thing again at frame 70, I'm thinking. So keep it closed until here, then at frame 75, over the course of 5 frames open, then 1, 2, 3 frames, close it up again. And then right at the back here at frame 90, we'll go and lower your whole arms and all that again. So this is then 0, and then that little guy is also going to be 0. All right, what does that look like? Snap, snap, snap. I think there's a close snap missing, namely here. I think he's there was one. The second snap and the third one are okay, but the first one he just opens it, he never closes it. So let's see, that happens from here to there. Yeah, that's not quite what we want. So 1, 2, 3, that needs to be closed at that point. Right claw needs to be closed, and then it'll stay closed, I think. Clonk, clonk, and clonk. Yeah, the last opening and closing cycle, I feel that should happen a bit before. That's not under expressions, that's under properties. Under body posing, that's it here. So this here, these 3 keyframes, and it's only those 3, please. This one, and that one. Let's just go move them further to frame 60. See what that looks like. Snap, 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 and then we move it down. Yeah, that's nice. So then the other thing I've noticed is that we have that the arm literally from here, I think, just moves down too smooth. I think I'd like for the arm to remain in the air before we move it down. Maybe just over 10 frames here. Let's see if I can find that. You know, and now we have this issue again that there are some keyframes selected here. Oh, there we go. They're now unselected. That's good to know. That's good to know. So that's not a property anymore. That's now oh yeah, right forearm. There we go. Right forearm. Rotation. I'll move that to frame 80. All these after frame 80, that's the rotation. And then the other ones that are still lurking around on this frame, that's this one here. Was it the shoulder? No, we didn't animate the shoulder, did we? No, we just had this and the right hand. I think the hand had also got properties, general, transforms, rotations. right? Yes, perfect. So these also need to come over to frame 80 or thereabouts. Doesn't have to be super accurate. And then we leave it. Yeah, that might be nicer. I think maybe even just leave them up there even longer. Has it actually changed? It hasn't quite changed, has it? It hasn't quite done what I wanted it to do. So I wanted him to leave the shoulder up for longer. That was twist. Was the hand involved? What was the thing that was actually animated? This bend, wasn't it? Yeah, let's just leave the bend up at -30. Sorry, -30. That's kind of what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Okay, good. And then just like we did last time, because it's a little bit static now, we'll go and introduce something in which he's just going to wave the whole arm around. So from here to about maybe frame here, frame 35, we'll leave everything as it is. Select the keyframe here, and then everything up to frame 75 will be back at that point. And now just so that we do something in the middle here, maybe on frame 50, I'll have him move this arm just side to side, like just like, you know, just 20 maybe. And same thing here on 60. Maybe I'll go and put that back to leave that here, and then just go and move it again just back to 20. So this is just a little bit of variation that the arm then has. So it doesn't look quite so static. He's just fondling around, trying to snap at something that might not even be there. And I think for just a little bit of extra life, I think I might also try to bend this arm, so his hand essentially. Maybe at the same way. So from here to frame 70, I'll leave everything as it is, and then just over the course of 10 frames, I'll just go and try to bend his hand here. Is that it? Bend is probably what I'm looking for. Yeah, there we go. Just put that to 20 as well. There. Is this going to be good? It certainly looks like he's alive. Well, his one arm is alive. It's just the arm. Once we overlay this with everything else and then offset it with the other arm, it's going to look quite exciting. Oh, thank you so much for sniping these people. Very nicely done. Thank you. The delete idiots button. Yes, absolutely. That is, and I thank you for it. It's very much appreciated. I'm always thinking, these people, is it a business that works? I mean, maybe we should set it up, you know, maybe we should be the spammers. It's got to be worth it. It's like a bit like these robot calls, you know, this cold calling. It's the same thing. If you have to make 10,000 phone calls to get one customer, you think, hey, I can factor that into my business. If I can make, I don't know, 4 million phone calls a day, then I can maybe get them. It's just the same people with these guys who want me to go to their website so that I get famous. Oh, I don't want to do that. But it on the whole, it kind of must work somehow. Let's save this, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing it time and time again. Let's go turn this into an Aniblock here. Right click, create Aniblock from Studio Keyframes with the morph values, very important. And the rotational values, there we go, perfect. Let's go rename it into right claw snap. And then we'll go and save it as a new Aniblock, right claw snap. And we'll go and we've saved it already. Let's go and delete it. Refresh this here. And see if we can find right claw snap. Does it work? Snap and snap, snap. Perfect. He's snapping away there. That's nice. Okay, that's the claws animated. We've got the expressions set up. We've got the claws animated. We have built the walk cycle in a previous video. So let's go and see if we can put it all together. Let this guy walk over the screen.